Great.
I got it.
We interrupt this sound file to bring you a terrifying announcement.
Are you aware that you're leaking coolant at an alarming rate?
Show us the skills that have made you a media darling.
Well, I'm glad we got all that out in the open.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to the Saturday Morning Stateline Show.
You know, the secret to getting good at anything is the ability to withstand being bad at it. I'm Greg. He's Tom. We've been terrible at a lot of things in our lives. How's it going today?
There we go. I'm just trying to line up my thumb. Oh, hey, look, twins. Anyway, I'm giving you the thumbs up on that. I'm bad at quite a few things. I am good at a few things. I'm good at eating donuts. Anyway.
He's had a lot of practice.
Mm-hmm.
It's the 17th day of September, the year 2022, the latest it has ever been.
In the history of mankind.
And you made it. Congratulations. I'm Greg. He's Tom.
Yeah.
Saturday Stateline Show. On the LinkedIn, on the YouTube, on the Facebook, and if you are on my personal Facebook page, as I always say, please comment and join us over on the YouTube or the LinkedIn or the Facebook Saturday Morning Stateline Show page. Any comments made on my personal page do not show up on the show. And I really.
And if you're, I'm sorry.
I'm bummed.
I was gonna say if you're on my personal Facebook page, there's something wrong because I'm not on Facebook. I've been hacked.
Today, and by the way, the superhero mask in honor of the Superhero Center for Autism. They've got their open house today that we talked about last week on the show. So, Superhero Center for Autism open house today. I think this was from noon to 4, if I remember right. So that's over on Galleria Drive, behind the Farm and Fleet off East Riverside Boulevard. How's your week, man? How you feeling?
Oh, I'm tired. I had a fairly rough week. I had a few days off, but I'm getting ready for a wedding next Saturday. Somebody we both know, Angie, and it's been rough. It's been rough. It's going to be one of those maybe 200 people, 180 to 200. So it's going to be big. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be loud, and but I'm prepared. I'm well prepared for it. So it's going to be interesting. But this week I worked all 3 jobs for the first week because I tutor now at the boys club and the job where I am today, Scott's, and of course trivia, and then DJing. So 4 jobs in 1 week.
You got a lot going on. You got a lot going on. Well, I want to give a couple of quick shout outs before we get to our first guest. We had a couple of guests to jump in this week. So, and of course, Dan's already jumping in from Tulsa. Good morning, Dan from Tulsa. Thanks for joining us today.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Dan, I can't see the scroll today because I'm on my phone because I forgot my computer at home. I wondered why my bag was so light as I was leaving this morning.
Well, the phone's working just fine. So I'm not.
Yeah,
no
it is. I'm hampered, though, because I can't read the comments.
Quick shout out this morning to Sarah Kelly, who we saw last weekend. Do you remember Sarah Kelly?
Yeah, absolutely. From First Assembly, recording star Sarah Kelly,
the Grammy nominated artist. She wrote music for Rockford First, which is now City First Church, and then she signed with Goatee Records, had an awesome record come out and won a bunch of awards and stuff. So anyway.
Cool.
Now runs a songwriting and songwriters and singers school down in Houston, Texas, and
nice,
like 300 students down there or something like that. It's going wonderful. Her and her husband Jonas have a great thing going down in Texas. So kudos to her and her husband and what they're doing to help aspiring songwriters and artists get off on the right foot. And she was so excited. She was telling us, my wife, Christy, and I, about this student who she just helped get signed to Toby Mac's record label. And
nice
artist that she's really, really thrilled about. So looking forward to hearing from Mackenzie Phillips someday soon once she gets her record done with Toby Mac. And I think with Goatee Records still. But anyway, kudos. Really cool to see you, Sarah Kelly. I want to give a shout out to the Rock River Valley Blood Center this week. Went and donated blood this week, and the center there is just so nice, and they really do need our help. If you can donate, please consider donating blood. It's there in an urgent need. Blood supplies are low, and what a terrible thing it would be to have someone you love get in an accident or something and go to a hospital and find out they don't have the blood needed to.
Absolutely.
So Rock River Valley Blood Center, please consider donating blood there. I want to give a quick shout out to Nicholas Conservatory and Gardens. They held their Glow in the Garden event last night, which was a wonderful event, a 5K run, walk, and glow sticks were everywhere. The luminarias floating on the pond. It was just a beautiful, beautiful night for an outdoor event in Rockford last night, if you got a chance to get out at all. And place where we found ourselves and had a wonderful evening at Nicholas Conservatory and Gardens. And then finally, before we get to our guest here, which our first guest needs to still log in. Log in here, Tracy. You're up first. The Packers Vikings game, not the way we thought it was going to be last week, was it?
No. And I blame Aaron Rodgers almost solely. I blame Aaron Rodgers. There were a couple of things. Zadarius Smith from the Packers, now with the Vikings. He's with the Vikings because we couldn't afford to keep him. Why? Because Aaron Rodgers needed all the money. Shannon Sullivan, he's now with the Vikings. Why? Because Aaron Rodgers needed all the money. Devontae Adams is with the Raiders. Why? Say it with me. Because Aaron Rodgers needed all the money. You cannot whine like a little baby and say, I need to be paid the most of anybody in the NFL, and then wonder why you don't have the stars. I was watching some of these preseason games and last week watching some of the games, realizing how many Packers, former Packers that are still viable, still good, that are out there on other teams. Owen Burks, not a terrific linebacker, but a good linebacker with the now with the San Francisco 49ers. We lost Lucas Patrick to the Bears. We lost Luke Getsy, the quarterback coach, kind of the de facto offensive coordinator, but kind of a quarterback coach. An Aaron Rodgers guru, whatever. Lost Nathaniel Hackett. Good riddance to him. He really messed up that Denver game. But nonetheless, you cannot. And kudos to Green Bay's front office and coaching staff for holding that thing together, despite the little prima donna named Aaron Rodgers, who says, we just got to play together as a team. Well, how about this, Aaron? Why don't you go to practice? Practice with these newbies. Practice with these guys. Because of you, we lost Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Equinemius St. Brown went to the Bears. Not a big loss there. And we also lost Devontae. Now you have a completely revamped receiving corps. Didn't have Alan Lazard last week. That hurt. So you're out there with Christian Watson and Romeo Dobbs. Two guys, one from Nevada, one from, I don't remember, North Dakota State.
North Dakota State.
It's Christian Watson. North Dakota State. Or maybe it's the other way around. I don't remember. But anyway, that's why we looked so horrible last week. Now, I will say this about Aaron, is that he's so good at recovering. Remember, RELAX, relax. He said that a couple of years ago. And then they ran off 7 in a row and made it to the NFC Championship game where they got summarily bounced out. But anyway, so I will say this. He's really good at recovering. Matt LaFleur is a really good coach. The coaching staff is good. Last year, they got beat 38-3 in the first game of the season. Everybody said, oh, my God, the run is over. They're done.
Touchdown this time. That was good. First week.
Yeah, exactly. And now everybody's kind of maybe holding back on that, saying, give it another week. Now we get to play the Bears. It'll be a closer game than you think, but I think they will win. They're 1-1. The ship is somewhat righted. And then we got a really, really easy schedule. We got the Jets coming up. We'll have the Giants coming up. Giants are improved, though. We'll have a few games coming up. The Packers could very well be 6-2 in the first 8 games. So that would be good.
Yeah, we'll see. I know it's hard to say. I'm going to give this. I'm going to give this to the Vikings fans right there. You deserve it. Kirk Cousins and
absolutely.
Is it Jeffers or Jeffries? What this guy?
Jefferson.
Man, is he good? So yeah.
He's phenomenal. He is phenomenal. You know what? After what I saw last week, best receiver in the game. Forget Cooper Kupp. Forget Devontae Adams. Justin Jefferson, best receiver in the game.
Well, hey,
Yeah.
we've got to get to our guests here because we got two of them. And our first
All right.
guest
Sounds
comes
good.
to us from the Pregnancy Care Center of Rockford. They've got an event coming up 1 week from today. And this year they're in a new location. So Tracy's going to tell us all about it. Good morning, Tracy.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Wonderful. Good to see you. Thanks for
Wonderful.
So you've been a part of the Pregnancy Care Center in Rockford for a while now. How long have you been there, Tracy?
I myself have been there, so it's gone fast and it's been fun.
How long?
5 years.
5 years. Okay. I'm getting a little delay with your camera, but I can still hear you. So it's there. So Pregnancy Care Center of Rockford, for those who don't know, what does the Pregnancy Care Center of Rockford actually do?
Sure. Is to offer hope to those facing an unplanned pregnancy. Are looking not necessarily she's going to do with the
We
pregnancy.
got a really bad delay and breakup in your signal here, Tracy. I don't know if it's your Wi-Fi connection or what it is, but it's just not connecting very well.
Good.
Sorry about that. So I'm going to fill people in on what's going on so that we can let people know. But I can see you. You're still there. It's just your audio is not connecting properly or something. I don't know. It's might have something to do with your Wi-Fi connection.
See if I can hop on a different avenue. So yeah, Greg and I will see if I can hop on a different way. Okay.
All righty. Thanks, Tracy. So the Walk for Life has been at different locations throughout the years. And this year, for the first time, they're going to be over at First Free Church, corner of Spring Creek and Mulford Roads in Rockford. I think they're going to be gathering around like the what's the Summerwood. Thank you. The Summerwood stage area, I think, is where they're going to be gathering and getting things started. But it's next weekend, Saturday, September 24th at First Free in Rockford. You can actually pre-register for the event the day before if you want to, over at the Pregnancy Care Center offices. Otherwise, they're going to start checking in at 8:45 next Saturday morning, and then the hike starts at 9:30. But yeah, if you want to pre-check in, you can do so between 4 and 6 at the Pregnancy Care Center. And there we go. I will share the link to their events page on our comments here so you can see that, and hopefully that will help people get to the right place. All right, here's our chat. Here's our link. Friends of the PCC.org. All right.
See?
And if she jumps back on, we'll jump back on with her. Otherwise, we're going to go and talk with Kim now because Kim is over there with the Mending Hearts Rescue. They also have an event coming up next week. And look at this really cool logo. The Rockin' for Rescue event also next Saturday, but this is in the afternoon, not in the morning. And there you go. Hello, Kim.
Hi.
How are you today?
I am wonderful.
You've been a part of Mending Hearts Rescue for quite a while now. Tell us a little bit about what you do.
I've been a member since 2014. We raise money to bring in dogs and cats and neuter them, spay them. Any needs they have, we take care of, and then we put them up for adoption.
So Mending Hearts Rescue, foster-based animal rescue, helping homeless dogs and cats.
Yep.
And been doing that for quite a while. And what is the event that's coming up next Saturday? Kegel Harley-Davidson is a cool place to go, whether or not there's an event. And what's going to be going on next week that we can expect?
Well, we're going to have a DJ. We're going to have food. There's going to be lots of raffle baskets, 50-50, silent auction. There will be some dogs there. Just having a good time. People socialize. It's really fun.
What time do you want people to start showing up at this event?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. And then is there anything specific time-wise throughout the day that we want to make people know about? If they can't show up at 10, what happens if they show up at noon or at 2? What else is going on?
Basically, we just run everything all till noon. We do have, like I said, the raffle baskets and silent auction. And we wait and do that at the very end of the event. And if people aren't still there, we just, I take them home and then I call them and have them come get them. So it's not something you have to be at all day, but a lot of people will go and then they'll come back.
Sure.
Depending on the weather. So yeah, I mean, it goes to, we just try to accommodate.
Okay. So it'll all be wrapped up around 3 or 4 in the afternoon?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
Yep. We never get out of there then, though.
Kegel Harley Davidson right there by the Cherryvale Mall.
Yes.
And
now I wanted to send a shout out to Chelsea at Kegel's. She did the poster. She's helped us the last 2 years out there. And they've been really good. Very helpful. They're very, if you need something, they'll get it. It's a good place to work with. Awesome.
Good deal. Well, looking forward to seeing everybody out at Kegel Harley Davidson next Saturday in the afternoon. It's the Rockin' for Rescue, food truck, silent auction, raffles, and more. Kegel Harley Davidson to support the Mending Hearts Animal Rescue.
And one other thing before I go is we are doing dogs and hogs today. I think that's how you say it, dogs and hogs. And what it is you can come out, you can get, I don't know if they're doing hamburgers or hot dogs, but you get a sandwich, you get chips, and a drink for $2.
And that's
and all
also
proceeds go back to us.
That's also out of Kegel Harley Davidson?
Yep.
Okay.
We'll be there today from 11 to 2.
Awesome. Grab lunch at Kegel Harley Davidson today and then join us next weekend for the Rockin' for Rescue. Thanks for coming on today, Kim.
No problem. Have a good day.
All right. We'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
And Tracy, we're going to try you again. We got a better connection this time?
I don't know. I tried. Any better? No.
Slightly. Not much, though. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And video off. I'm sorry, guys.
Well,
does it?
We tried, but we know.
Hear me out? Does it make it any better?
It just breaks up, I think, because of the Wi-Fi connection or something. I don't think it's anything you're going to be able to do any change with. But so 2 big events. Tracy, thanks for trying to jump on. I know you have something else going on this morning, so we will catch up with you down the line. Again, the big event for the Walk for Life is next week in the morning at First Free. And there we go. That's in the morning. 8:45 check-in, hike at 9:30. If you want to do both events, you got time to do both next week, because by the time you're done with the Hike for Life over at First Free, you could head on over to Kegel's Harley Davidson, grab some lunch over there at food trucks and such for the afternoon. It's going to be a big day of fun stuff, all kinds of fun stuff. So hopefully you get a chance to take one or both of those events next week here in Rockford. And as Kim was saying, hogs and dogs are today. If you want to grab some lunch over at Kegel's, that'll also support Mending Hearts Rescue. All right. Joann is standing by over at PAWS Humane Society this morning, as she always does. Good morning, Joann.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Your sound is better. All right. So we have a bunch of randoms to share this week. So let's get into our captions. Oh, I didn't do yet.
Big number.
Big number of I got to change it. That's not it. That's the old one. All right.
Maybe I could guess. Fine.
Change you. Hold on. Timeout. I did everything except change the big number of the week. So let me copy and paste real quick here.
By the way, what was it last week? Who won?
You got a poll last week.
I did?
Yes, you're up. Our current race to 10 has Tom leading by a score of 3-1 over Joann. And our current race to 10 here with our big number of the week. Big number this week is another great big one. 26.6 billion. Yes, with a B, billion. 26.6 billion. The answer this week is security or streak. Security or streak. We'll give you the answer at the end of the show. Find out if Joann.
Write it down so you can Google it.
Yeah, I'm going to Google it on the phone that I'm actually using for that. Writing it down so I can remember it. Whatever.
Yeah. I challenge every viewer and every listener to Google that number, 26.6 billion, and see if you can come up with the answer. I already told you it's either security or streak, so that maybe will help you. But it would be really hard. It would be really hard to go in and do the search on that. But anyway, here's our quick randoms for this week. An Australian man. Oh, this is sad. This is a sad story. We never hear about this happening, but it actually happened this last week. An Australian man was killed by a wild kangaroo. A first reported fatal kangaroo attack in the country since 1936.
Wow.
Apparently, he was keeping this animal as a pet, and he must have made him mad. You don't want to make your kangaroo mad because they can kick you to death very easily. They get big. They get huge.
And they are powerful.
Kangaroos get really big.
Yes. So
Get them all of them.
No, don't do that. Elon Musk's girlfriend from college is auctioning off mementos that she saved from their relationship, including a photo and a signed birthday card. Sounds like one of these things that she's auctioning off is already over $7,000. Someone's willing to pay for the world's richest or second richest or third richest man, whatever he is today. I don't know. Stuff that he gave to his college girlfriend, which is what, 20 years ago? I forget how old Elon Musk is, but anyway. Good news.
Is that called sour grapes?
The what?
Is that called sour grapes?
That might be sour grapes. I'm not sure. You get to see the umbrella.
I'm Googling. I'm Googling the answer as we speak.
I think what
I told him the look of the phone laying down and looking at the umbrella was cool. So he's just showing us the
Yeah.
Good news.
I'm raising up my trajectory of my phone.
UPS nationwide is announcing plans to hire over 100,000 workers in anticipation of the busy holiday season. So if you know anybody looking for work, UPS might be the place to go.
Don't know if that worked, but oh well.
That looks good.
Yeah, it's better.
We didn't talk much about it, but the Queen, of course, has passed, and the Queen of England's funeral date is confirmed.
Really?
Saturday 19th, yes. I guess 11 o'clock Central Time?
I invited.
Anyway, everyone will be glad to know the funeral is in the daytime on Monday, not in the nighttime, so you won't miss Monday Night Football.
Whew, I was sweating that one. Wow.
I know. All right.
Well, actually, well, as I was going to say, it's what, 6 or 8 hours difference, 7 hours difference. So for us, it'll be in the daytime. For them, it will be night, right?
If it's 11 o'clock Eastern, that's going to be what? 4 in the afternoon there, something like that? 3 in the afternoon?
Yeah, I think we are on daylight savings time. We're on the hour ahead type thing, and we're going to probably stay there. So that cuts off an hour. So I think we're 6 hours behind. Normally it's 7. I believe we're 6 hours behind. So probably 5 o'clock.
That'll be Monday. For those of you who are very concerned, there's about 875 brands of products that use the royal coat of arms, and they now must reapply under King Charles III and prove that the royal family actually uses their products, or else they'll have to change their packaging. That's a thing.
Oh.
Huh.
That's the thing. Now, these are actual true headlines this last week about the Queen's death. These are true. King Charles got the ultimate promotion. 100 staffers could lose their jobs. That was a headline. Queen Elizabeth II's death inspires Kanye West to settle beefs. You're concerned. And finally, if you're a book reader, you'll understand this one. Queen Elizabeth II's bees have been informed of her death. Have you seen the book?
No.
Okay. There's a book called Tell the Bees That I Am Gone or something like that. Anyway.
Oh, so someone's making a joke there. I got one for you. Who inherited Queen Elizabeth II's 4 corgis?
That's a good question.
I didn't think they all went to the same person. I thought Anne
They did.
2 of them.
Well, he took all 4. There you go.
Oh,
now there's the thumb. I'm having trouble with this because I'm like reverse. But yeah, it was Prince Andrew got all 4 of them.
Okay. All right.
But
all right. Now I'm going to try this.
I thought they had given her 2 of them after Philip had died. So anyhow, of course I know.
Well, that could very well be. This was a trivia question, and not all trivia questions are correct. Right. So yeah, it could very well be. You're probably right about that.
All right. Now you may have heard about this guy from Japan who's been visiting Wisconsin. He loves everything about Wisconsin. Only he made one mistake, and I think you probably will see it once I share this little video.
Wisconsin is so underrated. I'm from Japan, but I like Wisconsin. I'll tell you why. Beautiful nature, peaceful and calm neighborhood. The most popular fast food chain in Wisconsin, Culver's. You should get a butter burger. It's better than McDonald's. And also Wisconsin fried cheese curds. I'm loving it.
Yeah.
Edwards Apple Orchard, which is located in Wisconsin, Chicago. You can get apple cider. It's so refreshing. It's a perfect drink for summer. And don't forget there. It's so good. It's literally worth visiting here just to get this donut. Walworth County Fair, which is one of Wisconsin's oldest and largest county fairs. You can see the monster truck derbies, but nobody knows who won the derby. Beautiful lakes. This is why I like Wisconsin summer.
He loves Wisconsin, and
yeah. I'm gonna go up to Wisconsin to that Edwards Apple Orchard soon. Yeah.
How about that? Edwards Apple Orchard East is so good that this man from Japan wants to co-op it and bring it to Wisconsin.
That's right. Wisconsin's going to adopt Edwards Apple Orchard. They should, you know what? Just put one up there and call it Edwards Apple Orchard North.
North. There you go.
There you go.
You have apple orchards in Wisconsin.
I know. That was my first thought. There's got to be apple orchards in Wisconsin that he could have promoted. But
I'm going to be gone next week. So thinking of Wisconsin, I'm going to be in Wisconsin at the Cranberry Festival.
Hey,
nice. Don't get bogged down.
Toma, Wisconsin for the big Cranberry Festival. It's a wonderful thing.
I heard it's right next to the Edwards Apple Orchard.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh gosh, that's awesome. All right. Oktoberfest, speaking of Wisconsin, Oktoberfest actually begins in Munich, Germany today. It's the number of kegs of beer consumed at Oktoberfest in 2019 was just
26.6 billion. Oh, no, wait, never mind.
just under 125,000 kegs of beer was consumed at Oktoberfest in Munich in 2019. Of course, 2020 was COVID, and last year was, I don't know if they had it last year either. This might be the first one they've had since the pandemic. So Oktoberfest.
I think I remember, I don't know about the one in Germany, but I remember an Oktoberfest in this area going on last year. I vaguely remember that. It's like, oh, wow, great. Okay, so we got, at least some things are coming back to life.
Well, they have the big one up in La Crosse, Wisconsin every year. That is in Wisconsin, by the way.
And yeah, exactly. And maybe that was the one I'm thinking of, but I do remember hearing advertisements for it.
La Crosse, Wisconsin. That's the place to be. And you're right, Carlos Danger. It's not October yet, but they started anyway.
I know.
Right now in Munich, Germany, they get started early because they can't wait. The beer's ready. Let's go.
Well, Germany is way, way east of us. They're ahead of us in time. So maybe they're in October. Who knows? I don't know.
They're not only hours ahead of us, they're a month ahead of us.
Yeah.
That's amazing. All right, couple of sports things for you.
Good.
The Super Bowl is not for another 5 months, but Fox has already sold 95% of their advertising inventory for the big game. This year's going rate, about $7 million for your 30-second commercial. You've got 30 seconds, and you got to pay $7 million to use it. Good luck. That's all I got to say. Good luck. And considered one of the greatest tennis players of all time, Roger Federer has officially retired. Stats on Roger Federer: 20 Grand Slam singles titles, $130 million in career tennis earnings, somewhere around $1 billion worth in off-court sponsorships. 237 consecutive weeks at number one in the world. That was between February of 2004 and August of 2008. He was the man. And then Nadal came along, and then Djokovic came along, and then the three of them were powering each other, just going for number one for a number of years. And now Federer has hung it up.
Wow. And what is he, the ripe old age of what, 35, 36?
40 something. 40.
Oh, okay.
He's in his 40s.
Okay.
But kudos, classy guy. Always enjoyed watching Roger Federer play tennis.
Absolutely.
This is going to sound like a dig a little bit, but I'm sorry. Did either one of you know that the WNBA finals are being played this week?
The WNBA finals are being played. I didn't know that. I knew they were in the playoffs. I knew that.
They're being played this week. They're not on national television, right? So, I mean, who knew? Can you name either one of the two teams that are in the WNBA finals this year?
Chicago Sky and Phoenix Mercury.
You're wrong, and you're wrong.
Okay. Wow.
I know. I know. So the Connecticut Sun and the Las Vegas Aces. The Aces.
They're not the LA Sparks anymore?
They're the Las Vegas Aces. I think the Los Angeles.
Las Vegas. I thought you said Los Angeles. That's why. Okay.
Las Vegas Aces. They do a best of 5 series, and currently the Aces are up 2-1. The final what could be the final game is on Sunday afternoon. You think it'll be on ABC or something nationally televised? I don't know, but anyway, that's what's in case you didn't know, and most people didn't. The WNBA finals are taking place this week.
I've watched the WNBA over the years. I enjoy it, but there's a reason why I won't watch it anymore. Kind of a personal reason. It's probably not what you think. In fact, I guarantee you it's not what you think, but there's a very good reason why I don't. So anyway,
well, there you go.
I'll share it with you sometime.
All right. Look in the comments. Tom won't share it on Facebook. All right. So North End City Market is going on, of course, every Saturday from 9 to 1 out at the corner of North Main and Auburn Streets in Rockford. Baked goods, fruits, veggies, flowers, honey, all kinds of stuff at North End City Market today. The Peck Thing Antique and Flea Market is happening at the Winnebago County Fairgrounds today and tomorrow, 8 until 5. It is a $5 admission to get in, but they have so many. There's like 500 vendors at the Peck Thing Antique and Flea Market every year. It's huge. Free parking, no pets allowed. Antique tools, quilts, yard art, jewelry, postcards, memorabilia, candles, woodworking, so many things. It's worth the price of admission every year because there's so much to see and do there. The Greenwich Village Art Fair is also today and tomorrow at the Rockford Art Museum. That's a $5 entry fee. It's the 74th art fair. 10 to 6 today, 10 to 5 tomorrow. Children's art activities, live music by local musicians. This all benefits the Rockford Art Museum, and that's a $5 ticket to get into that at the Rockford Art Museum on North Main Street in Rockford. As I mentioned earlier, the Superhero Center for Autism has their open house today from noon till 4. They're on Galleria Drive in Loves Park. The actual address is 4205 Galleria Drive in Loves Park. Great place, open to all children with special needs and their families. Be safe, be empowered, be supported, and be themselves. Thanks to Brian and was it Brett that joined us last week to promote the Superhero Center for Autism. And lastly, as I mentioned earlier too, the Delicate Forces exhibit at Nicholas Conservatory is going on through November 6th. They had their Glow in the Garden event last night, but the Delicate Forces glow lighting exhibit stuff inside the conservatory is there until November the 6th, recurring weekly with your normal entrance fee to Nicholas Conservatory. So get lost in the wonder-filled world of Delicate Forces, botanically inspired large-scale art exhibit by a group of engineers and scientists and educators from Australia that call themselves Skunk Control. Skunk Control. Anyway, all right, that's our randoms and stuff for the week. Thank you very much for tuning in. Goodbye. No, we got PAWS. We got PAWS going on. Joann, what's going on at PAWS?
Oh, we have a slew of new dogs, but they're out in the van, so we don't see them.
Okay, they're not looking at you.
Next Saturday is the event at WQFL. I can't say that right. And that I need to look at the sign to tell you exactly when it is. But they are covering all adoption fees. So Noah's impossible there and adopt a dog for free.
Wow. Next Saturday, Lou Back Road, PAWS.
They are still doing, you can't just stop by and say, I'll take a dog. They're still doing the vetting. Is that the right word to say? You still have to do an adoption process. But Lou Back Road is, and you can also adopt a car. There.
Okay. Yeah. I'll take this little guy home.
This car, I'm going to switch. And I don't know why I forget how to do this every time.
There's a button there. It's just tiny. That's the problem. The button is so tiny. It's like, where's the
button
at? Let's see here.
So I think I sent, now let's see if it goes right. So here's the little advertisement. Poochapalooza. So I think that's the same time. Is that the same time you were talking about the that other rescue that I won't mention by name?
They're going next week too. Yep, they've got the big event too. They're actually not very far from each other because Lou Back Road.
No, I was going to say across the street. So
very
you can really support animals.
Yes.
And then here's our list of adoptions this week. Not many dogs yet. It's at the middle of the month. Clancy, Cameron, Maggie, and Wiggles. And there's
Wiggles.
Wiggles.
That's a cute movie.
Fruit salad. Yummy, yummy. Oh, look at that.
Well, this is Mommy and her boy. They're not, they want to get adopted together. Mom is not as attached to the boy, her son, as he is attached to her. But they want them adopted together. It's a cute pair, though. I don't know, they fed up. Oh, I've been sending you tuxedo cats lately. I think this was last week's pet of the week. Mama Lucia? I don't know. I don't remember. The cats aren't being very busy today. Look at this regal cat.
Oh.
And we've got a couple of Siamese kittens, Flame Point Siamese. And I actually, these two are Ming is this. That one, the one I just showed you was Kiamoa. I don't know how to say that. Kiki. So if you come in and ask for Kiki, they'll never know which one you want. And this is Mia. Ming. I'm not reading very good today. This is Simba Dean. Yeah, 2-paw declawed instead. He came in. Doesn't say, but he's one of our senior cats. He's 6 years old, but he's front paw declawed. So there was a posting on the Facebook page where we've got 3 senior dogs and 1 senior cat. So not really easy today. That kind of is our short tour, I guess. And there's the candy for town.
We'll just share this screen right here. Well, there we go. There's your Poochapalooza. Next.
Poochapalooza. I mean, we support all rescues because we're all in it for the same reason, to find dogs and cats homes. So the more you can, and we need public support. Trying to plug
Poochapalooza is 10 until 1 next Saturday.
When is the other one?
At Lou Back Road. The other one is like from 10 till 3 or 4 in the afternoon. They've got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Food and music and
so eat there. I'm not sure what we all have. I didn't read the poster.
Let's see. Teaming up with Noah's Ark Animal Sanctuary and PAWS Humane Society help animals find their forever home this fall. Cats and dogs on the showroom floor for a meet and greet with your family. Adoption fees during the event covered by Lou Back Road. Yeah. So we will share that also on our page. So
and ask for Kinky. Kinky. Did I give the wrong name? Kinky.
All right.
See, actually, because I couldn't say the Japanese name. Just ask for Flame Point Siamese.
So much going on next weekend. So I think we covered a bunch of it. And there was a lot going on this weekend. It's it's that end of summer. Summer's not officially done till what, the 22nd?
Usually 21st.
21st, is that the first day of fall? So first day of fall is Tuesday, 18, 19, Wednesday. Where's my calendar? I need my calendar in front of my face.
Well, the 24th is Saturday, so count backwards. Friday, Thursday, Wednesday would be. It looks like Wednesday, probably.
Nice.
Wednesday, yeah.
All right.
Be Wednesday.
All right.
First day of fall.
We covered a lot of ground in a short amount of time this week. That was pretty awesome. So we can go back now and see if there was anything else that we wanted to really push and promote besides this guy right here reminding us all about
loving it. Edwards Apple Orchard, which is located in Wisconsin. Apples, no refreshing. It's a perfect drink for summer. And don't forget to get a dog.
That is so funny. The really funny thing about it is it's not in South Beloit. where you could actually, maybe he crossed over the line, didn't realize it. You actually have to drive 10 miles to go to Roscoe or to Poplar Grove, actually, is where it is. You got to drive about 15 miles to get there.
I got a theory for this.
Right?
I think he might be like maybe an exchange student and staying with a family in southeastern Wisconsin, somewhere around Elkhorn, somewhere in Walworth County. So they took him to the Walworth County Fair. They took him to Culver's, and they said, there's this awesome apple orchard called Edwards, and we've got to take you there too. The donuts are great.
I was at a gas station one time, just getting gas, and this frazzled guy was next to me. He says, "What state am I in?" And I was going to say confused.
And did you say confusion? Yeah.
But I said, "You're in Illinois." He says, okay. So maybe he just was in Illinois, but thought he was still in Wisconsin.
Well, that's my point. There's no great big sign on the streets coming in from Wisconsin over that in that area. It's not like the interstate, where the interstate says, welcome to
Illinois.
Yeah. If you go where Sharon, Wisconsin is, and you take, I can't remember the name of the road now, but if you take that road, that will lead you essentially to the apple orchard, or at least in the general area.
Right.
It's not 76. Is it 76? I think that goes straight through. That one will take you to Wisconsin, and maybe that's the one. I don't know. But anyway.
Someone's yelling at us saying, don't you even know your streets? Well, 76 is one of them. But from Sharon, Wisconsin, you're coming down like Burr Oak Road. What else is out there? Where are you at here?
It might be 120 as well, but it changes when it hits the Illinois border.
Yeah, there's Burr Oak Road, and I'm looking at the map right now. But yeah. Anyway, you're going down to Edwards Apple Orchard, and when you cross the border, there's no great big sign telling you you're now in Illinois. So I don't hold that against the guy. He's exploring southeastern Wisconsin, and he wants to.
So he didn't know.
He wants to give credit to Wisconsin for Edwards Apple Orchard, and I think that's wonderful.
I'm glad he didn't go to a Bears game.
Yeah.
Wisconsin people can write in and tell us about all the beautiful apple orchards that are in Wisconsin.
Does any Wisconsin apple orchard have any kind of donut that even comes close to Edwards Apple Orchard East?
Is there any orchard in the world that comes close to
apple cider donuts? There are better than anywhere else I've ever had anywhere.
Oh yeah, especially when you get them fresh out of the oven and they're warm, and if you hold it wrong, it will break apart. Oh my God, they're just amazing.
It's Wisconsin tradition.
They're absolutely.
That's right. That's right.
We're still working on the gallon of apple cider that we got from Edwards Apple Orchard. It's in our refrigerator, and I pace myself.
Another month, it's going to get you drunk.
Well,
I'm from Illinois originally.
Are you asking me? You said, is Tom from? Oh, I'll ask him. Hey, Tom, are you from Illinois originally? Yeah, he says yes.
Okay. I can't talk to you. Okay. I was just wondering.
No, you okay, never mind.
People talk in the third person. She asks questions in the third person.
She asks questions in the third person. Absolutely.
Tom, are you from where are you from originally?
Oh, good question. Yes, from Rockford, born and raised. I was born at Swedish American Hospital. However, when I was a kid, I had really, really bad eyes, hence the glasses now that I've had for 50 plus years. And I had surgery at the Monroe Clinic. So we spent a lot of time in Wisconsin. So I fell in love with Wisconsin. And the apple orchard up there is wonderful. No, we're done with that one. Anyway, I did move up to Beloit for about 3 years. We did move up there back in 96, 95, 96, 97. We spent about 3 years up there. And then we just came back here. So.
Okay.
All right.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Blood in all of us.
He's gonna stick to it. Oh, goodness gracious. That was shut that off real quick. Well, this is an odd show because I was expecting we were going to be hard pressed to finish in time, and because of our
we got enough time to talk some more football,
because of our audio challenges with Tracy. Kind of had to cut that short. So, but I want to thank Tracy Bright from the Pregnancy Care Center for jumping on with us and promoting the Hike for Life at First Free next Saturday, and then also Kim from Mending Hearts Rescue to promote their event for next Saturday as well. Very, very nice to have you guys jump on and promote that. And I want to thank all the people also who commented on my post from a few weeks ago when I asked people, what not-for-profit, if you had a chance to promote one not-for-profit on our show, which one would it be? And a bunch of people, of course, mentioned PAWS, which made me smile because you're on every single week, Joann. But a lot of people mentioned other things that we were trying to work out and make sure we get on the show at some point. So Pregnancy Care Center was a big one. Mending Hearts Rescue was a big one. The Superhero Center for Autism was another big one. So thanks to everybody for commenting on that. And of course, we do want to continue doing that very thing on this show every week, promoting our local not-for-profits. All right. Next Saturday is In-Crowd Week. So we're going to have John on, and In-Crowd is going to be at Mosaic. We're going to talk about Mosaic next week and what to expect at the In-Crowd event, which is a week from this Thursday. So that is coming up as well. All right. Should we wrap things up with our big number of the week, or do you want to talk anything else on the top of your mind this week?
Well, I got a million things, but whatever you want to do. I'm at work, actually, so I'm going to go start work as soon as we're done here.
We're crossing our fingers that the Packers got their act together, and they're going to actually be good this week. That's our hope, Tom and I, anyway.
Well, okay, so let me just say this. I'll only take a minute or so. The Bears, everybody said they actually said the Bears are the 32nd team in the NFL. The worst team in the NFL. No, they're not. And I said it then, too. I didn't need week one to show me that. I see enough Bear games. I hear enough Bear radio. I never thought for 1 second they were the 32nd worst team, the last team. I said maybe 22, 23. I mean, they're not good. They're not great, but they have some good. They got a new coach who looks to be very good. I don't know about the GM. Who cares? Time will tell on that. You got to go through What's that?
16 first-year players?
Yeah, something like that, which bodes well for the future, assuming you drafted well and coached them up. But they've got a very solid defense. Look, a lot of this is mental. It's coaching. It's like, this is the way we play football. Matt Nagy was a lazy coach, I thought, and very, very stubborn. And this is why the Bears way underperformed. They were the biggest underachievers of all. Well, now you got a truer representation of what the Bears are. I sound like a Bear fan, don't I? You got a truer representation of what the Bears are going to be. And last week, I saw a team that played with a lot of heart, a lot of emotion. They ran to the ball, and they quite frankly outplayed Trey Lance. Trey Lance is a brand new quarterback. First, I think he had 2 other starts last year, but that's negligible. I mean, it's like Jordan Love. It's too small a sample size. You can't tell anything from that. So from my standpoint, being very objective, I can be objective. I look at the Bears as a pretty decent team, middle of the road at best, at very best, but probably a little bit left of middle of the road. So in other words, I think they're probably going to win about 7 games this year. And I'm hoping they're to the Vikings and maybe to, a couple of other teams that I don't like. Maybe one to the Rams. I don't know. Anyway, I think they're going to be a fairly decent team. They're not going to bring up last in that division. Not after what I saw. Now, I said this in our pregame. I said that the Vikings are a little better than they were last year. The Packers have lost a step, so that evens that out just a little bit. I got to bring my hands in here. Okay, this back reverse phone thing is driving me nuts. Anyway, the Vikings have closed that gap a little bit. Now, if Aaron Rodgers does what Aaron Rodgers can do, the Packers should be fine. Remember, with a brand new coach 4 years ago, this is 4th season now, the Packers went 13-3. The second year, him and Aaron had all those, issues. They went 13-3. Last year, they went 13-4 because we had the 17-game schedule. And think about it this way. Take out that first game and take out that Kansas City game where Aaron had COVID and didn't play and Jordan Love lost that game 13-7. That's a game the Packers would have won. They would have absolutely put a beat down on Kansas City. And then that last game of the season to Detroit, they didn't need it. Aaron played a little bit. He played minimally. Jordan Love played most of the game, and the Packers lost that game. So they went 13-4. They could have easily been 15-2. One of the games they lost legitimately to Minnesota up in Minnesota. That's a tough place to play. So Green Bay is going to be just fine. Minnesota's going to be a lot better. Bears are going to be okay. Detroit's not going to be that good. They're a hard luck team.
Philadelphia's defense just that bad, or did Detroit play that good last week? Because they scored a lot of
Detroit
points.
has a fairly good offense. Jared Goff, he's a decent quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't think he's that much of a departure from Matthew Stafford.
He's got the skills. He just doesn't have the smarts that some of these other great quarterbacks have for some reason.
Well, maybe that's what it is. Maybe. You're right. He does have the skills. But then again, you look at Matt Stafford. He threw, 4 interceptions last week? 3 or 4 against Buffalo. He looked awful. I had him on my fantasy team the last couple of weeks of last year. Despite his horrible play, I won my championship. He got me 9 points in a playoff game. 9 points for your quarterback? That's inconceivable. Anyway.
All right. Let's do this.
All right, yeah, I'm done.
We got our big number of the week this week, and let's throw this up here for you. Big number of the week this week. It's another big one. 26.6 billion. That's with a B. 26.6 billion. Right on! And our answer is security or streak. Security or streak. Our current score 3-1. Tom with a commanding lead in our race to 10. All right.
After this week, you'll be commanding.
Give me your answer, please. 3, 2, 1, go.
Streak.
You're both going for streak. Oh, my goodness.
Yep.
Let's put the cap on the pen here.
No points this week.
This week, the point goes to Carlos Danger, who guessed security earlier in the show. Carlos, congratulations. Funding in the cybersecurity space hit a record high $26.6 billion last year. This according to data from CB Insights. Although the pace of investment is slowing from last year, venture capitalists has still poured $11 billion into that sector just as of Q2 of this year. So cybersecurity is huge. $26.6 billion just last year, and still growing now. The streak, remember this week back in 1995 when the Harlem Globetrotters lost to Kareem's All-Stars, a team of retired basketball players, ending the Globetrotters' 8,809 game winning streak.
Wow.
That was a big deal. Their 8,829 game winning streak came to an end this week back in 1995. The Harlem Globetrotters, by the way, they're coming back to television October 1st after 40 years off the air. Remember the Globetrotters cartoon when we were kids?
Oh, I do, yeah.
It was cool. It was so cool.
I remember that.
The new Harlem Globetrotters show will be produced by NBC, and it's not animated. It's a live action show about the Harlem Globetrotters.
Do they still play?
They still travel the country.
Yeah.
They were at the BMO not long ago.
I think there's two women on the team that's traveling right now, if I remember correctly. But they're still traveling the country. And they're often in Rockford around New Year's Day. So, all right, the score remains 3-1 in our current race to 10. Congratulations.
If I was better at Googling, I would be up 4-1.
Darn Google just doesn't do the trick. All right, That's going to do it. Remember, friends, you change the world when you help one person. Be a blessing to someone. This week, we'll do the same. Meet you back here for another Saturday morning Stateline show.
Bye-bye.
Bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.